Well, the importance for me started with a journey in 2019 when we participated in the 2019 elections 3 months before the elections and were able to achieve 70,000 votes. We then started by going out and preparing ourselves for 2021 by participating in many by-elections across the country, but also going to the ground and find out from people how they feel and what is important to them. So our constitution and our manifesto is based and it's guided by the preamble of our constitution, which says that we must recognize the injustices of the past. And therefore, we want to fight for economic justice, social justice, environmental justice, and spatial justice. So those are the 4 main principles on which the party is founded. And in our manifesto today, we are not only saying this is what other political parties are not doing. People are sick and tired of it. People want to hear what you are going to offer. And so our manifesto is very plain and simple language where we are putting solutions forward to fix our country that is doable, that is achievable, together with the people of South Africa.
Patricia, but you were mayor of Cape Town,
yes,
for 2 terms. And in fact, when you launched the party, the Good Party,
yes,
you said what you said today, that as far as Cape Town, the Western Cape
yes,
is concerned, you've got unfinished business.
Yes,
So
definitely.
this business is still unfinished, and as young as the party is, what is this unfinished business in the Western Cape?
The unfinished business for me in Cape Town is spatial justice, because that was the main reason the fallout with the previous party, who didn't want spatial justice. I released 12 parcels of land within the city center in Woodstock and Salt River, within 5 kilometers radius around the city. 12 pieces of land. The moment I left, boom, it was stopped. There's an unfinished bridge in Cape Town, and below there you've got 6 hectares of land. I wanted to build affordable housing and well-located areas. It was stopped. And that's why we need to get back there to continue to build and fight against spatial injustice and bring our people back. You know, our people were forcibly removed from the city center by forced removals, by the Group Areas Act. So there's nothing more that we can do but to bring people back to where they were before the evil system of apartheid removed them.
Let's just first address the elephant in the room, before we go into details in terms of the provinces and your candidates for mayor, and also for the wards and the municipalities. And the elephant is in the room is that you are in an ANC cabinet.
Yes.
And you have been voting with the ANC in Parliament. Now, are the Good Party voters going to vote for the Good Party to hand over on a platter to the ANC, the Good Party voters?
You almost sound like some silly parties that I know, because it is a silly question. And I'm good that you're asking it, because I have always said that I'm prepared to serve my country in any capacity. And I've done so. And I've done so successfully, because I always put the people of the country first. It has been, since the beginning of our new democracy in 1994, started with Tata Madiba. The governing party has always invited members from opposition parties to serve there. You had the statesman Prince Buthelezi, you had our sister that passed on, that were buried yesterday, Sanella, from the NFP. You had the Freedom Front serving in there. You had Azapo. And it was an outreach to build inclusivity. So none of those parties are now ANC after they've served there in cabinet. And I can assure you my contribution to the task that I've been given by President Cyril Ramaphosa was so exciting. It was to start a new department. It's never been done before. Start a new infrastructure department. He said to me, now go and put us an infrastructure investment plan together and go and find the money for that investment plan. And that benefit is to the benefit of all South Africans. So I make no apology with people who make that silly statement. You know what, they are still angry with the ANC today because they see the ANC as being responsible for removing apartheid, and they still want apartheid. So we are not enemies, we are opposition, and that is how we need to work together to build this inclusive country.
So do we foresee a coalition government and in municipalities and cities with the ANC, or are there any other parties, and what would be the criteria you would enter into a coalition government with?
What we have put into our manifesto is that we are going in to do the best that we can. After the election, if there are needs for coalition politics, especially in local government, we will assess it on a case-by-case basis and also on merit. So we are not against coalitions, but we will take it one by one after the elections.
What's the criteria of your candidates that have been chosen and that you were introducing?
You know, as much as any party can have a good manifesto, but the people also look at the messengers who are going to implement that plan. And they've gone through a vigorous, absolute vigorous process to make sure that they are fit for purpose, that they've got proper degrees, that they have got the experience, and we made sure that we've got the demographics of our country, the gender bias, I made absolutely sure about it, and also that we need to bring in young people. So that was just part of the criteria that we use for selecting mayoral candidates.
And as far as fundraising for the Good Party, where's your money coming from?
Well, we are fortunate that we now also receive funding from the Independent Electoral Commission. We get our quarterly allowance from the IEC. We also rely a lot on our own members. And they have started fundraising for the past year already, because we gave each branch of us, we gave them a target to raise 50,000 Rand. Over a period of time through many things, and so that is where our funding is coming from. We do respect the IEC rules, and if we receive any donation which we have not received more than 100,000 Rand, we will declare that. We have got in our own books to declare smaller donations like 30,000 and 20,000, yes.
Okay, as we wrap up, how are you going to campaign for the elections on the 1st of November under the COVID-19 regulations? Have you got special, unique plans on how you're going to campaign for your votes?
It's no more business as usual, you know, the normal knock at the door and persuading people. We have turned to social media a lot. You know, to interaction on Facebook and Twitter and all of that. But you still have to do the traditional one, and that is to go to people. So we have pamphleteered a lot of our areas with the telephone number where people can phone and engage with us. We don't find it difficult at all. I think we've never planned to have big open-air rallies. We've always planned to work with the people on the ground and take on the issues that they want us to take on.
Trishi, I was trying to track you on Twitter, the Good Party, and there's not much happening on the social media space. Why is that?
Well, I've got my own personal account. I think I've got over 200,000 followers. And then Good has got their own account. Yes, we are busy on social media. I don't like Twitter. It is just the most hostile area. So we are there, but then we use other social media like Facebook and TikTok and, all Instagram, all of those things we are using too.